We never actually think outside the box. We never actually lock it in, even though everyone knows it's a solid option. But they're going to lock it in. And also, look at this. Look at this swap as well. On a Shiu, she is Aurora that, or he is Aurora that he is looking to gank here. Oh. Still a potential opportunity.
Does get the information, but there are the dashes from Dudu. Gets on top of Shiu. Can he actually get himself out of the way of this one? What?
Galio put Bulldog into the Aurora matchup.
Yep.
And, you know, it's been a pretty good series for Pyosik, I gotta say. You know, we were joking about...
There's no flash available as DK are going to get charmed up momentarily. There's a heroic entrance. Lucid is the one that gets knocked up for that one, as he does use the subjugate finally. Flashes away, will be able to get that health bar back, but Berserker follows him, and he's able to lock down that kill. Decent tornado there, but Beryl, I don't think he's getting out of this one. As Between Worlds goes Shiu, but doesn't really find very much value for it. The flash, the desperation, but they do manage to get the kill onto their Zyres. Over the wall they go. Dudu now diving back in, and the solo kill in the bottom lane is so nice, but now Aiming is just auto-attacking them down, and he picks up a triple DNF! Guys, it was fine. Yeah, it was okay.
When they saw the double time, they were going to stay, and oh boy.
He's just dead. Well, he does try to get out, but he's not going to work. And that is just Pyosik finding the right lance at the right time.
Well, there's a bit of an aiming stripe in this game, but otherwise, big DNF tempo vibes right now, Atlas. A big swing from what we saw there at the end of last game, where things were decided somewhat abruptly, anticlimactically. Due to flashes, gets on top, gets the last hit.
Oh, right? And there it is again.
Oh man, look at that player cam. This is just a dragon, looks like here. I don't know if they can fight this. Bulldog is unseen.
Yeah, there's the Justice Punch on Shiu, still gonna get taunted up. Does eat some honey fruit as out goes Pyosik, and Lucid says, all right, well, I think I might be the one taking this dragon. DNF is still having to deal with Aiming just being the most annoying little toboggan rider ever. Look at this damage with the Trinity Force. Berserker is not going to be fighting this, but it is enough to get DK off this dragon, and Bulldog picks up the aggro once again.
This is really greedy here for DNF. They need to be decisive, and they are certainly not.
Yeah, that is an exhaust down onto Quantum. The dragon is going to be secured this time as Lucid. Okay, that's what he did. He went into the practice tool, and he just practice smites. Yeah, Shock Blast is going to push Berserker out of this lane as in goes Pyosik, but he immediately gets knocked up. The Janna is being so frustrating as there is Quantum making his way in, but the tower does go down. They do take out the Trundle as Bulldog just gets boot back. Great flash to get out of the way of Dudu. That could have been 3 dead because this Ambassador is so big. The hammer does come down once again. Great knock up from Beryl.
Showmaker going to miss that Shock Blast with the acceleration gate, and they don't have great engage here, to be honest. Like Dplus, they're going to have to try to close the gap here. Their Aurora is so far away.
They're looking to walk their way in. Bulldog is just checking these flanks.
Dudu's angle is really good.
Flag and Drag doesn't get the knock up there onto Lucid as that pillar position is pretty good. And now we're going to look for the 50-50. It's stolen there by Lucid. The boot back is fantastic as we can see, but Lucid is in amongst it. He does have the subjugate though, and it keeps him alive for so incredibly long as Showmaker even surviving in that backline after distracting them for so long. These knockups from the Janna are the most frustrating thing in the universe. Oh my goodness, it's monsoon season here for DK and they love it.
Long enough. They swap targets, but it's just too late, and Dplus get a huge team fight win. Lucid gets the secure, the steal there on the Dragon, and it's all a bait. It's all a bait.
Aiming is flanking. Okay, let's see whether Bulldog is going to die here, as Aiming is flashing after him. He's a madman! There's the rocket, and he just kills him!
All right, now DNF need to get something on the cross map here, otherwise it's just a massive free one, because remember, Shiu, like I said, he has TP. Nice flank there from Aiming, good read. Taking his topsider, who's having a real rough series, and saying, well, I'm going to turn that into a big W. 5 kills for the Corki.
All right, Pyosik, can you do it again? Is it worth even trying to do it again?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he was definitely dead, as Aiming is even going to be the one that grabs a little bit of extra gold.
Gold King, baby!
Yeah, I think he might be getting it this week. As, all right, Pyosik going to get the trophy treatment, as he does flag drag, but the burn is still going to come on through. There was even a rocket following him. Oh, yeah. Stuck right? They were all over the place. We were skipping. It's like you're driving down like a really, really rough road and you've got a CD on and it's just a real problem. Maybe it was a scratched up one as well.
Maybe your cassette player isn't working too well.
Yeah, it's like you've been listening to Aqua Aquarium for a really, really long time and you're like, oh, he's a Barbie. Good. Instead of actually it working.
Yeah. Maker's just staying on this flank angle. They're going to try to collapse on him, but he knows.
Yeah, Grand Entrance. Ooh, that Shock Blast could have really made things impossible. As Pioshik.
Where are you going?
Well, to the Death Chamber, Wolf. That's where he's going. Like, Bulldog is going to get a big old taunt. Down goes Showmaker. So it's a 1-for-1 trade in the end, but the smite is still here for DK.
I mean, that's a Corki that has cleanse. I don't think you can go back in on
but
this.
Also, like, engage on he's got Monsoon. So, like, there's no way for them to really do anything. Even if Dudu is able to find an angle.
You don't get pillared there.
Well, I mean, that's a good point, but that's a different story. I like the fact that they at least had a plan, you know?
Yeah.
My cup's half full on this one. As there's another taunt, it's going to connect onto Shiu, who might need to drift in between the worlds, and he does, gets himself out of the way. And there is not a whole lot of counters to the whole situation. There's the knock-up as they look for aiming. Monsoon says no. Quantum is going to be able to catch back up to him, but somehow the Ambassador is already dead. The two strongest members have been taken down, and maybe actually I was wrong. Maybe, in fact, Lucid is the strongest member on this team because this Trundle has taken his tribute, and he might be taking it to the Baron Pit.
You got aiming this time. You got him this time. Unfortunately for aiming's KDA, it's got a 1 in the middle as Pioshik.
Okay.
He does not have flash, but maybe he could get a cone. Maybe he gets another flag in there. I don't think so.
I don't know whether Shiu survives if he tries to go for this one, as Beryl is just being annoying. He's like, "Hey Pioshik, how you doing? How's your world's medal doing from 2022? How you feeling, buddy?" And Pioshik is just going to leave. Baron is going to be secured. And yeah. Not this time, DN Freecs is what I'm starting to feel.
Some nice soul lane leads, but it just doesn't matter anymore.
Yep. And look, I actually think that it's not an aiming boat. And I'm going to say this with zero bias, obviously.
Sure.
But it's Beryl.
I mean, I knew what you were going to say, yeah. And I knew there was no bias attached.
No, it's no bias. He has the genius Janna pick. He plays it beautifully. His Nico is hitting multi-man ults every time.
All right, maybe they get Showmaker, question mark?
Yeah, there we go.
He has no flash?
Probably not going to get POM, not for this one, although Pioshik almost just dead. As they'll trade Showmaker for an inhibitor in the mid lane.
Hit him 5 times with Fixus, and they're going to need a little bit more than that, as here comes a TP.
All right, public execution onto the Trundle. Let's see whether they can actually kill him as Between Worlds goes out the Monsoon to try and keep him alive. The taunt does come on through as Shiu will be the first one to fall. The flash out from Lucid, the triple knock-up from these tornadoes as a teleport to come in from a respawning Showmaker.
They don't like
Janna is just that annoying.
They only go for Trundle or Corki.
Yeah, and honestly, the Corki idea, I like that one. I think kill and aiming is going to be a... Oh, God, okay. Showmaker is supposed to be like, what is he, 1 and 4? He's not supposed to be very strong. Why are these Shock Blasts hurting so much?
He has a lot of items.
Yeah.
So he has deaths.
It is a worrying sign. It's okay. There is it's a nice little trophy there, Lucid. Ultimately, not really anything going to come of it. It's all Between Worlds from Shiu. He's making up for that horrible early game as he bounces around the circle. Finds a gorgeous angle in the end. A double kill for aiming will be the result. And now he slows down Berserker. Showmaker chasing after him like Jaws, lurking in the ocean. He wants to kill Quantum because he knew the rest of his team was coming. And there it goes. It's a double off the back of it for aiming. And I've seen this movie before. Lucid, you can't get over that wall. You don't have flash.
Yeah, this time, though, the base is still going to die.
Wait. Oh, no, we're doing it again. Do you remember this game?
Oh, yeah.
The Nidalee versus Udyr situation?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to deny it this time because the next is going to go down as DK at 2-0 over DNF. The first game, it was a close back and forth. This one, we had the CD skipping a little bit. Finally, we bought an iPod. The tempo vibes were sorted out, and DK all teeny pinged up, looking real good.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.